Howdy, folks. I'm dodecahedron Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some shapes. Our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for referring to my old friend's kid as baggage and saying it's the reason I don't want to reconnect? Yes. Do we have any other questions for the class? I've been getting a lot of grief from the girlfriends of my friend for this, and I truly feel like I'm not being the jerk here. But needed to post here just to make sure, I guess. Okay, so growing up, I, a 26-year-old male, was really close to this girl named Beth. Beth and me were really good friends growing up and in high school. My friends always knew I had a crush on her, and her friends knew this too. So did Beth, I think. But she was nice about it, and we remained good friends after graduation. We went to the same college and were very tight in our first few years. Around junior year, she started dating someone else, and our friendship just fizzled. She got pregnant and moved in with this guy. I've seen her only twice since, and we've said hello. But she was always with her dude and the kid, so I kinda didn't really see the point, as she pretty much has shown our friendship wasn't that lasting. Recently, she started hanging out with our group again. I found out that her and her man split up, and she was coming out more because they had split custody. Well, the first night that she was out, we caught up all night. She just talked about mutual friends and how our lives were going. She brought up getting dinner to catch up. I told her that while it was nice to have her back in the group, I didn't really see the point in getting dinner. She asked why. And I said, with her baggage, it seemed like a waste of time. That's right, folks. Her whole value as a human being is whether or not she can supply OP with the first child that she has. Well, Beth went back and told all of her friends that I said this, so me and my two buddies and their girlfriends were watching the games over this weekend. One of them asked why I didn't want to go to get dinner with Beth, given that I had such a crush on her for a decade. I said because she has baggage now, and didn't speak to me for years. So obviously she wants something from me, and I'm not interested in a mom at this point in time in my life. But maybe a few years go by and we can grab some dinner. The girlfriend started harping on my term baggage, demanding that I explain myself. I said her kid was baggage, and that alone made me not interested in catching up, because it wouldn't have led anywhere and honestly felt like a waste of time. So OP can have no friends who are women if they are not suitable partners for him. Mm-hmm. They called me a jerk and have been talking garbage about me for days. They are demanding that I apologize to Beth, but I said nothing wrong, and I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick here. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
Jerk. I mean, first of all, you make it very clear that you only were interested in her because you had a crush on her. And so by saying this, you kind of revealed that you didn't value the friendship at all.
Yeah.
But then it's just really, really gross to refer to someone's kids as baggage. Like,
well, and to dehumanizing, right? It's like, this thing is just like, I just can't deal with this thing because it's in the way of my future relationship or something like that.
Like if you were getting the vibes that she was asking you out as a date thing, it's fine to say, I'm interested in dinner as friends, or, and if romantic stuff comes up, you can say, I'm not interested in a relationship with kids right now. Like those are all acceptable. You don't have to call the kids baggage though.
Yeah, well, you can just say, I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can be a good parent. I don't feel like I could be a good in a relationship like that, and that's perfectly fair, that's perfectly acceptable. But also, how arrogant do you have to be to assume that if someone asks you out to dinner, just catch up after years and years of being in a relationship, that, oh yeah, they must want you. So yeah, I think that you two were really close and you had a really close friendship, and she was interested in rekindling that friendship is what it sounds like. Why would you assume that she was just purely interested in you for a relationship? That's what I want to know. So anyhow, take care and good luck. An adorable elephant says, first of all, she wasn't talking about date. She said she wanted to catch up. You are assuming that you're such a catch that she's automatically romantically interested in you is arrogant. You just admitted to your whole circle of friends that you aren't willing to have a friendship if there's nothing in it for you. You are acting as if her worth as a person has been diminished now that she has a kid, and you are dehumanizing her child by calling them baggage. I don't know if this is some sort of defense mechanism because you're still upset that she was dating someone else, or if you're watching too many incel podcasts. Probably both. You are lacking basic respect. Get a grip. And National Caramel says, I love how he just assumed that she must want him now. Yeah. All right. Our next letter is titled, Will I be a jerk if I ask my daughter to return her inheritance? I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. All of my children are college aged. My first son wanted to study medicine, and medicine is very expensive. After he finished high school, my husband got sick and my firstborn daughter, Janine, took over the business. She opted out to not go to university, but encouraged her brothers to pursue medicine and that she will work in the family business and pay his fees. Her other brother also wanted to pursue medicine, so Janine agreed to pay for them as well. Well, that was 6 years ago, and all of her siblings are finished with their studies and doing internships. My husband's health has also improved, but my daughter still ran the business. My daughter decided to move to Canada since all of her siblings have become self-sufficient, and my husband and I have saved for retirement. I was talking to my husband, and he was thinking about writing a will. He decided that from the sales of the business that Janine will receive 70% of the money, and her siblings will share the 30% left equally. His reasoning was that the business paid for the medical school and fees and is expensive. Since Janine did not go to medical school and worked in the business, she should get all of the money. I do agree that Janine put her hold on life for her siblings, but she is getting married to a very rich man who will take care of her. My sons, on the other hand, will need money to get married, and they all want stay-at-home wives. I can't seem to change my husband's opinion. I think that they should all share the money equally. Janine has a very strong business sense. She changed our company. It was making $1 million in profit a year, but when she took over, it started making $3 million. She can start her own business, and I know she can make it thrive. The money doctors make during their internship and residency is very low, and I tried to explain this to my husband, but all he said is that they should start eating ramen and noodles and stop relying on their sister. I have decided to ask Janine to give the money to her brothers after her dad transfers it. So, will I be the jerk if I ask her that? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
You're the jerk, and you seem to have very outdated ideas like, oh, they're boys, they need money. But she, who put her life on hold and kept the business afloat, she doesn't need things because she's marrying rich.
Yeah, well, we also don't necessarily know the culture where this is, but I think that, again, these are pretty old-fashioned ideas in general. And I do think that she worked hard. And the thing is this. Would there even be a business today if Janine wasn't running that business when her father got sick? Or would you have had to sell it and then gotten, a third less for what the business was worth? Honestly, I feel like Janine should have been given the business to run on her own, even after her father got well. And I mean, I know that I can't tell if she's still running it from Canada or if she's just moved to Canada now and not running it at all. But it seems like they're probably selling the business soon, and I don't know what they plan on doing from there. So I think that Janine worked very hard for this. Also, just because she's marrying into a rich family doesn't necessarily mean that she wants to rely on that money. Like, what happens if they have separate finances, right? She might want to feel like she's free from that. And if there's a prenup, for instance, she might want a safety net if the relationship falls apart, right? So I don't think this is unreasonable for Janine to get 70% of the business. And 30%, well, 15% each, right, is still a lot of money for a company that was probably earning millions. So, I imagine they're still going to be doing pretty well for themselves, even on that. So yeah, I think that you would be wrong to ask her to do this. Anyhow, take care and good luck. You're the jerk. She already sent the rest of your kids to college for you. Now you want her to get less inheritance. At what point will she ever get the return on her hard work? But that's how women must be. They must sacrifice their happiness for the sake of the men in their family and expect nothing in return. OP, probably.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I have some tea. Amber has some tea. Amber's random number generator is tripping me up pretty badly. So let me know what your guess is. Did you have a joke for us today?
Why do rodents prefer introverts? Because they tend to be mousy.
Oh. What about squirrely? Could they be squirrely?
You can be squirrels.
And I have Mega Mint tea. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Congratulations. Pull out your best bottles of tea and have a celebration drink on me. Not on me, though. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.